Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Tonight in Bitcoin. Today is November the 16th, 2017. At least it still is on the East Coast of the United States. Buy and hold. All right. This is my second show of the day. Have a strong hand, people. Remember, on Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is This Week in Bitcoin. We're going to have Juan Galt on, and BTC Benny, and Crypto Medici. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. That is 1:30 p.m. on the West Coast in Los Angeles. All right. Bitcoin is the world reserve cryptocurrency, people. Remember that. And it's pumped today. We're going to talk about that in a second. On Sunday, 7 p.m., I'm going to be at Blender in Beersheba, Israel. There's going to be a meetup there, Bitcoin meetup. Thanks a lot for people who are setting that up. Remember, this is FUD Friday Eve. The eve of FUD Friday. Who knows if it's going to be a FUD Friday or not? I always am prepared with a strong hand for fear and uncertainty and doubt to be spread about Bitcoin on Friday. But Thursday was a day of quite a lot of happiness. Bitcoin hit $8,000. It's an all-time high. But it's on days like this, you have to remember, this is not a time to sell because this is just the beginning. You have to have a strong hand and keep it at least until the halving of 2020, okay? We're talking 5 digits one day, maybe next year, who knows when. And this is not a time to say, oh, I did so well, it's over. No. First of all, it could drop $1,000 tomorrow, but think long term. Don't think about tomorrow. Think what's it going to be worth in 2020 around the Bitcoin halving or around 2024. Just try to hold on to Bitcoin as long as possible. So on days where it's doing really well, it's maybe even harder to hold on to your Bitcoin than on the days that it's doing poorly. And I've said this before, but it's worth reminding everyone about. So let's get to the news real quick. Got to skip that. Oh, Bclash, the fork of Bcash, or the crypto-dividend of Bcash, excuse me. 7 blocks have been mined. So Bclash, or maybe more now, Bclash is real. It is real. If you hold Bcash, you're going to get a crypto dividend, okay? It's like it or not, you're going to get it. We're going to talk about that later. Remember, you can get my attention by using the super chat. Also, check out the link section below. If you're watching this live, I need to update all the links that I'm going to talk about in the show. But if you're watching this taped, everything I talk about will be linked to below, all the crypto dividends. Because I'm going to explain the crypto dividend situation again in this show. So everyone is clear on what is real and what is fake and how many they really are. You can email me at adam@trezorhelp.com if you need a crypto consultation. These things aren't free, though. When you do a crypto consultation with Adam Meister, they're not free. These videos are free, but the crypto consultations are not free. So just to clear up a couple of misconceptions out there. But if you do have information about crypto dividends, you can email me, send me, and of course follow me at on TechBalt at TechBalt, TechBalt on Twitter. And yeah, Crypto Graffiti t-shirts below. You get a 10% discount with the Meister discount code. Get your Trezor at cryptohwwallet.com. All sorts of affiliate links that deal with getting your Trezor for a discount below. All right. So here is, there are a lot of fake forks out there. We need real forks. Real crypto dividends are great. And I'm going to get into that later, but I just cannot understand why people have this mentality like, oh, there are too many. We don't need any more. Oh, it's just, dude, there've only been 2. But okay, we'll get into that later. And like you're saying, oh, I don't want free money. I don't think you're a Bitcoin holder if you say you don't want a crypto dividend. I really don't think I don't know, or you're crazy. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic. We'll get into that in a second. But here's some news about the the crypto dividends already exist. Support for Bgold at Trezor is planned on Monday. First transactions went through already, and we're testing it. That is from Slush. All right. So Trezor is going to be Bgold ready on Monday. Here's another tweet. This is also from Slush. Due to lack of replay protection, Classic, that's Bclash, doesn't need any changes in Trezor. If community set up Bitcore, not Bitcore, the crypto dividend, from the GitHub, from preform version, Classic will work out of the box in Trezor wallet. All right, basically, Bclash will, or Bclash, whatever you want to call it, the crypto dividend of Bcash will work on the Trezor. But be careful. And I don't understand exactly how. I don't know how clear it will be. So stay tuned for a little bit of clarification on that. Pound that like button. We got a lot of live viewers here in the middle of the night on the East Coast. Very good. All right. Bgold update here. First tests are conclusive, but still need more work. Release is scheduled for tomorrow. That was from Ledger HQ. They're saying, and that's Friday. On FUD Friday, Ledger is going to be Bgold ready, apparently. So check it out. I think people are, I guess this means you're going to be able to split your Bgold on the Ledger tomorrow, or maybe just store it there, but on the Trezor on Monday. So check it out. Keep an eye on that if you own those tools, if you own a Ledger. And again, go to the affiliate link below, cryptohwwallet.com, and buy those awesome storage devices, because clearly they care about crypto dividends. And it's just so funny. You see, there's some trolls out there on Twitter that are just like, "Oh, you're doing. Why are you even worrying about this, Trezor?" And they're trying to say, like, "Why are you acting with this? Why are you helping this bad player?" Bgold is not a bad player, dudes. You don't grasp the concept. They are a state in the United States of Bitcoin. They love Bitcoin. They want to make another version of Bitcoin, so and people get a free, and they want to distribute their altcoin in this unique way. They're not trying to be Bitcoin. They're just an altcoin. It's a unique thing. They're not trying to hurt anyone. They're not trying to hurt you. Maybe you don't hold Bitcoin and you feel threatened that Bitcoin holders are getting wealthier thanks to friendly fork crypto dividends, and even unfriendly fork crypto dividends make us wealthy. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you're sad. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe you need an Adam Meister crypto consultation to get you pumped up, dudes. You want to have energy, because remember, it's like 6:30 in the morning where I am, and somehow I'm up to make the second video of the day. All right, so you get a lot of energy when you're Adam Meister and you're living healthy. All right, so yeah, again, follow me at TechBalt on Twitter. That is really important, because my Twitter account, I'm going to try to be like a crypto dividend, besides giving you all the awesome news throughout the day, because I can't make 10 videos a day. I noticed some people are trying to make 10 videos a day too. It's really interesting. But that's kind of a joke. So if you get it, pound that like button. So yeah, I want to be like a lobbying guy for friendly fork crypto dividends. If you're involved in a crypto dividend, you need marketing, dude. So contact me. I will spread the word about your Bitcoin crypto dividend, or maybe other ones too, even, because it helps the people who are holders. I want to encourage holding. It is very important. Savings and thrift have been forgotten by Western society for some reason. Well, because they're hyper consumerism. They're the 80% are blinded by all the pretty pictures on TV. Oh God, the pretty picture. The mindlessness of the 80%. Adam, your video quality is so bad. I can't learn from you. And it's like, it never ends. But then the 20% are like, dude, I made a lot of money because I like bought the Bitcoin when I was watching your your video in 2015. Yeah, I know you did. I did too. It's a pretty good feeling. But some people will never learn. So anyway, yeah, we need more marketing in this space. We need more social media, proper social media outreach and social media use. If you are involved with these coins, you've got the opportunity to use marketing and social media to directly contact the people that will make your coin legitimate. You gotta contact the storage devices, the wallets, the exchanges, and put the pressure on them and get other people to put the pressure on them. So that's when I want to help people out with that. When I retweet it, my followers, my growing legion of followers, they retweet this stuff. They start talking about it. And they're a lot of the people out there who follow me are very logical. They're just like, yeah, we want free coins. And people who don't even follow me, that's the nature of people. They want free, even probably in the 80, and even people in the 80% want free stuff too. They want free coins. That's why they think by trading they're going to get free, but they're actually losing. But the point is this: if you've got something you're giving away for free that's helping holders, I want to help you, and you need to be able to reach. You gotta be better at marketing, people. Because there's some, and again. Yeah, there's that, like the Bclash people could be better. The Bitcore, that friendly fork, that's on a fork. That was a crypto-dividend airdrop. Their marketing could be better. They don't know English well. Some of these, that's another thing. Some of the people doing these forks are in China, or the Bitcore people have to be in Eastern Europe or something. It's some weird way they do English over there. Anyway, enough of that. Follow me at TechBall. Pound that like button. All right, so people are saying there are too many forks, and they say there's confusion, and they don't want any more. First off, there have only been 2 crypto dividend forks of Bitcoin. All right, Bcash and Bgold. That is it. That is all that has happened in terms of forks of Bitcoin where holders have received crypto dividends. Now, and it's not easy to pull off. So when you hear all these, so talk is cheap when we're talking crypto dividends, okay? When you hear people talking about making a Reddit thread or making a Twitter account, that doesn't mean anything. That you don't count that as a crypto dividend. You count that as someone talking about a potential one, all right? Then we have Bitcore. That was an airdrop crypto dividend, but hardly anyone even knows about that, okay? So there's your crypto dividends. And again, some people are going to be, well, there's all these other airdrops also, blah, blah, blah. Okay, those things were so complex and so little, they don't count, all right? You got to make it easy at least. You can't make it, and the Bitcore one isn't that easy, but it was easy enough the first time around. The second time around, it probably isn't. So certain people they don't get it fully. First off, free money is great, all right? So if you're like some crypto snob out there, oh, I don't want to crypto dividend. Well, then just ignore it. But you're free. Free is great. Second, gold and holders don't even know about this kind of thing. So when people are like, oh, it's diluting the brand. It's diluting the brand. There's so many crypto dividends. Most people don't even know about that. They can even get free stuff that bought it from Coinbase and have their stuff at Coinbase. Or whatever. Or people who are involved with GBTC. There are a lot of, and then I mean, if they knew they'd get dividends, more people would buy into Bitcoin. If more people understand you get crypto dividends when you own Bitcoin, more people would buy it. But people don't even, outside the space, people don't know about it. Again, so it's not diluting it to people outside the space because the people outside the space don't even know they exist. Okay. Third, 80%, the 80% traders out there, they like new stuff. And whether you like it or not, they're a big part of Bitcoin. Traders are a big part of Bitcoin. I say don't be a trader, but them going in and out of altcoins with Bitcoin, it adds to the value of Bitcoin. It makes Bitcoin more of a rock, okay? And they will trade anything and they will buy anything. So why not create anything through crypto dividends? I mean, people are like, oh, no one's who's going to buy this Bgold? Who's going to even buy it? What's it do? What's it do? Who cares? They are going to buy it. That is some people call it irrational exuberance. Some people call it the abundance that's going on in the cryptocurrency space. Whatever you want to call it, the traders are going to buy it. People want to get in on the ground floor on some things like this. So again, crypto snob people in our bubble are cut off from what is really going on. People really love the notion of getting something for free and getting in on the ground floor on a free coin. You can see it with Bgold in the tweets out there and the excitement, you know, that's emanating from these tweets from just regular people who do not have a lot of Bitcoin, who don't have a lot of money, who are just thrilled to get this stuff for free. They actually want to buy it. They want to mine it. They just want to be involved with something that's new and is somehow connected with Bitcoin because they feel like, well, this can be the next Bitcoin. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be the next Bitcoin, but this is the excitement that's built up when you do a crypto dividend. Why this is the way everyone should be doing. And if you want to create some altcoin, make sure you're forking it from something, people. And I'm going to get to that later. Yeah, that's what this is the best way to, I'm reading my notes. This is the best way to form an altcoin. People already, okay, yeah. And so people already very experienced with cryptocurrency, Bitcoin holders, all right? Many people who have Bitcoin, not all, but quite a few, a big chunk of them are very experienced with cryptocurrencies, are the most experienced people with cryptocurrencies. And suddenly they get your altcoin for free. And then they either put it on the market or they hold it. They either talk it up or they say nothing about it. So it's great. It's not like you're just creating this altcoin out of the blue and hoping people find out about it. No, you're creating an altcoin from Bitcoin, and a lot of smart people are finding out about it. A lot of people who are very active in the space are finding out about it. So that's a unique aspect of doing it the crypto dividend way, forming your altcoin that way. And a reason why people shouldn't be looking down at crypto dividends. And just, I mean, I'm giving reasons right now why there aren't too many, why we need more crypto dividends. Okay, again, it strengthens the real Bitcoin. It proves which coin is the best, and that is Bitcoin. That's the one everyone's forking off of right now. There's obviously a Bcash one. It adds legitimacy to your, I mean, well, the Bcash one is a grandchild of Bitcoin, which is really cool too. But yeah, it strengthens who the king is, what the real Bitcoin is. Again, Michael Jordan was the best basketball player ever, and people like to wear number 3, because number 23. Excuse me. Everyone loves to wear number 23. Everyone tries to fork off of Michael Jordan. They try to be Michael Jordan. He was the best. And the more 23s you see out there, the more it strengthens the Michael Jordan brand. And it reminds everyone that, yeah, he was the best one. People don't want to copy weakness. They copy greatness, okay? A fork is the ultimate copy attempt. It's the ultimate. It's the same thing. Anyway, it's a picture. It's a snapshot of the original, and then they change it a little bit. All right. 7, the people who belittle this are not thinking outside of their little boxes. They have forgotten what savings accounts were. Or do they still have savings accounts out there? That holding and thrift used to be rewarded. And they are again here in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrency. So sometimes you got to step outside your own little world. I know there's some people, it's like a crypto snobbery type of thing, like, oh, another altcoin. Oh, it doesn't do anything. What's the use case of it? What's this? Well, it's free. No, they don't have a good development team. Who cares? Again, we are living in a time of abundance in cryptocurrency. People buy anything, all right? So if I'm getting something for free that anyone is going to buy, that these 80%ers are going to buy, if they're going to give me more Bitcoin for something I'm getting for free, wow, just wow, what a time. We're going to look back on this one day and be like, wow, remember all the free Bitcoin I was getting in 2018 and 2019 from these 80%ers? And I mean, now look at my yacht. I mean, it's going to be awesome. Maybe people will name their yachts after the crypto dividends of old. They're like, yeah, the Bgold got me this one because all these people, I got 3 Bitcoin because of all the Bgold that was purchased from me, or 0.3 Bitcoin from all the Bgold that was purchased from me. I saved that 0.3 Bitcoin, and then eventually I bought this house and this yacht in 2028 or whatever. Right? Okay, pound that like button. So, all right. Let's talk about this 2M, Bitcoin 2M, which said that they are the true 2X fork that's going to happen on Friday. All right, so this guy, I contacted him at Bitcoin 2M. You can go to Twitter, Bitcoin 2M. He's clearly in China. He doesn't speak very good English very well, excuse me. He doesn't speak English very well. Look, I can't speak English very well either, can I? But it's late or it's early. So I'm communicating with this guy in China. And clearly the guy was involved with 2X before in some way. Okay, he's got a financial stake in 2X. Maybe he's got futures. He kept complaining about the futures market, okay? That they got, by canceling 2X, the futures market was messed up. He wasn't happy about that. And it appears that this project, again, bitcoin2m.org, I will link to it below eventually. I mean, it's a way to make sure people involved in the 2X futures market get something. But is this the real 2X? It would not, it appears that some miners are going to fork 2X tomorrow, the original way with no replay protection. Maybe they'll add replay protection later. But this guy from China, the 2M guy, he says he's creating a coin at the same block height that 2X was originally supposed to be at. So I think he's trying to be 2X to get the rightful spot of 2X. So somehow his futures holdings will be properly, he'll get his money out of it. But he's not the real 2X here. He's forming and so here's on his site. And this is not the worst thing in the world, people. If 2X forks tomorrow, and then if this guy takes a snapshot tomorrow and forks in 2 weeks, well, we end up with 2 crypto dividends that are trying to be 2X. I mean, he's calling it Bitcoin X. Sometimes his site is not consistent, but this is what he says. When 494784 height achieved, Bitcoin X team will take the snapshot of the blocks. Exchanges, wallets take internal snapshot. Okay. And by the way, he keeps trying to tell me that if these exchanges promise to do 2X beforehand, they have to list his coin. He tried to tell me that. And that's not true, really. They don't have to list any 2X thing. But if they list a 2X, they'll probably list a 2X that's forking as 2X tomorrow, not his, which is taking a snapshot tomorrow. Because step 2 is deploy test network. It will take 2 to 3 days. So he's not going to be live tomorrow. If test networks are stable, deploy the main network. It takes 1 to 2 weeks to finish all the works. All right. So and then he says, thanks a lot to core team, Bgold team. They finished a lot works and committed mining replay attack protection code. This helps Bitcoin X team to finish Bitcoin SegWit 2M in shortest time. All right. Today, November 16, 2017, is the independent day of Bitcoin 2X. B2X comes back to Bitcoin 2X investors' hands. Only you, Bitcoin 2X investors, have the right to decide the Bitcoin 2X success or dies. Okay, he says investors over and over again. So again, it's a way, he is an investor. He feels like that since 2X didn't happen, investors are getting cheated. They're getting cheated. And this is just his way of helping out investors. So who knows if it's going to really happen or not, if he's going to go through with this. He seems real serious. He wants attention. He contacted me. He contacted Jimmy Song. Let's wait and see if he really takes a snapshot tomorrow, and then he really goes through with all these things, and there's a test net in a week or whatever. It is interesting because he's trying to make a 2x that's like Bgold, basically. It's going to involve GPU mining. And so again, tomorrow, we also might see some miners do 2x the regular way they were supposed to do it. And I'll talk about that a little later. So we could end up with 2x's. Jared Ulrich in the super chat question. I know you're not supposed to leave BTC on exchanges, but Vinny and others think USD Tether could bring down exchanges. Your thoughts? Well, you just answered the question. Jared, thank you very much for the $10, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And anyone else can do a super chat. Yes, I see Vinny is tweeting about this. And maybe I should get into a little Vinny talk now, too. Vinny is a smart guy. You don't have to worry about this if you don't leave your coins on an exchange. All right? So don't leave your coins on an exchange, people. There's no good reason to do it, especially now with all these forks, potential forks. You know, if you leave your coins at Coinbase, you're not getting your Bcash still until or your Bclash until January, or your Bgold ever. Who knows? But yeah, Tether. I haven't read the full Tether article yet. Okay, but the numbers I have. Ansel Lindner and I were talking about it. He is not. Ansel Lindner is not worried at all about it bringing down Bitcoin. Okay. I'm going to have to read the article. Tone Vays was talking about it also. The sheer numbers, Bitcoin is huge in numbers. Tether is very small. If Tether is like totally fake, it's not going to bring down Bitcoin. Could it bring down Bitfinex, which owns it, right? It's Bitfinex that owns it, right? Yeah, of course. If there's some major Tether panic, there could be a major Bitfinex problem. But Bitfinex they were hacked once and they came back really strong. Now people are saying that's because of the Tether. I don't know. They're good with finances. Can we conclude that at least? They want to stay alive. They're trying to be legitimate on a level. So it shouldn't be a big worry in your mind if Bitfinex goes away or doesn't go away, okay? It's not going to bring down the Bitcoin ecosystem. It is strong enough now. These exchanges are all about altcoins too. It could hurt altcoin. Again, if news came out that a major exchange did collapse, yeah, the price of Bitcoin would go down for a little bit, but it's not like 2016. It's not like 2013 when it just creates horrifying panic and really hurts Bitcoin. So I will read the article. Maybe I'll comment on it some more in the future. Again, he's on my to-do list. It's interesting you brought that up. Vinny's tweets now are very negative. That cannot be denied. I don't fully understand why he's kind of embracing the bad guy wrestling character. That seems like what he's trying to do. And I think maybe on a certain level it hurt him. Or it bothered him that when he called, back in the fall, in the spring, around March, when he said, people should sell Bitcoin and bring it down to $300 because it just dropped down to 800 or whatever. It's falling, he was saying, and that we need to teach miners to do the right thing. He had some logic behind what he was saying. I don't fully remember it now. But he was really good with predictions before that. Everyone was loving him. And then he didn't get that prediction right. And some people actually followed his advice, which wasn't advice exactly, and they lost a lot of money, including Vention Migtal, who often reminds everyone of this. And Vention can do that. That's great that Vention does that because it teaches you a lesson. You can't follow a guru blindly. You can't have a weak hand and sell. So I think the underlying tone of our community is that people don't like when you say to sell Bitcoin, especially when it all of a sudden comes charging right back up. Because when Vinny said to sell or when Vinny said he was selling, whatever he said, which was not a positive, Bitcoin jumped to 1,300. All right, instead of going down more, right around that time period. So people were bitter toward Vinny at that point. And some of the bitterness has kind of made him into this bad guy wrestling character now. And, you know, he's got personal interests. He did his own ICO. He admits that he's into these ICOs now, and he talks ICOs a lot. So maybe he just doesn't care about Bitcoin as much. And he's got friends on the Bcash side. He is a networker. He is a businessman, a connected businessman. He cannot alienate certain people. And maybe he sees their point of view. He sees things from a different point of view. And I don't agree with his point of view. I think he's got a flawed point of view on the whole Bcash 2x thing. I think this 2x thing falling apart on a certain level might hurt him too, might bother him also, because he kept warning about, you know, oh, that this 2x thing is more serious than you think it is. And then it was a complete joke at the end of the day. And there was nothing to worry about. So again, he's a successful businessman. He's a smart person. And for those reasons, he has my respect. But I don't agree with his tone anymore. I don't agree with this bad guy wrestling character that he's coming off being in our space. So if he's watching this, I don't know, you know, go your own way. You do go he does go his own way. You got to give him credit on that. He's a real man. He does what he wants to do, and he doesn't like haters. I can tell you that. Who likes haters? And he doesn't ignore haters, but he's stronger than those. He's strong. He's a strong guy, and he sticks to what he believes in, whether it be right or wrong. And he is wealthy, and that's a sign of his strength, that he's persevered through where, you know, he did grow up in South Africa, and he's become a rich millionaire in Silicon Valley now. So he's got a certain strength, the success strength in him. All right, so that was a little bit of a tangent, but people do like to hear about Vinny, and that does pertain to everything that is going on, because Vinny is a big player in everything, in all this. He adds to the drama, and I don't think there should be drama, and I don't agree with him adding to this drama, because there is nothing, though. Bitcoin is number one. Bitcoin is the one, and, you know, we're going to have these unfriendly forks, these unfriendly players. You best ignore them and not worry about them. You take them seriously. You take King of the Trolls and Bcash seriously, all right? Because Bcash isn't going away. It's well-funded. We're going to get into that in a second. So you take them seriously, but you don't let it worry you. You don't like try to prop them up and say, well, they could become the real Bitcoin. No, they can't become the real Bitcoin. Bcash can't become the real Bitcoin, all right? But they are going to be more scares from them, okay? But you just have to I'm trying to have people have a strong hand. And Vinny isn't trying to make Bitcoin people have a strong hand in the same sense that I am. I mean, I think he's saying, hold Bcash too, because it could be the real Bitcoin one day. Or I don't want to put words in the dude's mouth. Read his stuff. Read his Twitter feed. I'll have to link to it. It's not linked to currently. Vinny Lingham, look him up. All right, so Bclash is real. It is the photo of the day, linked to below. A really cool James Bond, Sean Connery logo with Bclash in it. I call it Bclash again. There are 2 mining pools online for Bclash right now. We've got a lot. You know, the longer these shows go, the more live viewers that come on. I feel like that's cheating almost. I'm not a fan of that. I think people should come on right away if they want to watch it. It's just like it's really weird in this space. If you just come here to like hang out in the chat and not pay attention, then don't even watch these videos. Seriously, you're not watching these videos. Try to learn from the videos. These chats aren't places that, I know people like to hang out or whatever, but like there's a whole groupie people that just go to one, to the other, to the next, and they just like curse at each other and say like 13-year-old comments. That's not what this is about. That's not what I'm about. I'm trying to teach people here and stuff. And so I don't even want your clicks or I don't want your pounds. I don't want your thumbs up or anything like that. I want smart people here that are going to learn and are serious about this thing. And you can have fun and stuff, but I think it's a sickness that some of these people have, that they think they're watching these things and they're just like yelling at each other in the chat or playing game. I mean, it's really weird to me. It's strange. And it's not a positive It's not a positive for you. It's not a healthy thing to do. But anyway, you're learning a lot about the psychology of Bitcoin today, everyone. And there is big psychology behind cryptocurrency. And the guys on the Bcash team, they understand that. They play the psychology game really well. And you saw that last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when they were scaring people out of their Bitcoin, which is, you got to have a strong hand, people. So, and speaking of Bcash, they have a radio ad campaign that's coming out. I'm not listening to it. I don't care that much about it, but it just shows you when you have a centralized cryptocurrency with a wealthy leader, but he's paying for it. King of the Trolls is paying for it, I believe. They're going to be able to cause some trouble. They're going to be able to cause some trouble. So if you hear a Bcash radio ad, don't panic. Have a strong hand. No, it's not easy to have a Bitcoin radio ad because there's no king of Bitcoin. So if you want to pay for a Bitcoin radio ad, be my guest. I wouldn't do that, though. Don't do that. Buy more Bitcoin with your dollars, or like try to feed yourself with your dollars. But again, try to get Bitcoin. Feed healthy food, of course. All right, so what do we got here? All-time highs. They don't even hit me. We hit an all-time high. It doesn't even affect me anymore because I'm such a long-term thinker that, and $8,000 is this nice round number. Whatever. We've been through this. We hit $7,000 was an all-time high very recently. You ain't seen nothing yet, people. You ain't seen nothing yet. And Coinbase says institutional investors are coming. I'll link to their custody.coinbase.com. So people think that's helping pump up the price, that they've stated the obvious. Well, they created a service for the obvious. So good for them. Coinbase can do what they want to do. They created a service for institutional investors or whatever it is. That means probably there's going to be even less. The customer service might go down for the individuals. Just a warning, because just be prepared for that if you're involved with Coinbase, because the institutional investors have a lot more money than you. And if they actually get institutional clients, they're going to be serving them before they serve you. So maybe they'll need to hire some more people over at Coinbase. Hey, that's interesting. But people, have a strong hand when Bitcoin's at an all-time high like this. Have a strong hand. It's not time to give in yet, people, man. This is just only the beginning, only just the start. As Chicago, the band, I linked to that before. All right. This show is running so long today. Quick, and again, if you're watching this on tape, hey man, I cannot help these things going long. There's a lot to talk about. So just, if you don't like long shows, stop watching now and tune back in later. It's that easy. Or just don't watch me at all. It really doesn't matter. If you don't want to learn, you don't want to learn. And it's free. So again, people don't appreciate free things. I appreciate these free videos. I love watching and learning. I always try to learn one thing. That's when you're involved in a conversation or you're watching something on YouTube that's educational, try to just gain something from it. Gain something every time, and you're just helping your brain and you're helping yourself financially out there. But yeah, I forgot what I was just saying. All right, so So yeah, and people complain about free crypto dividends too. People complain about free things that can only help them. I guess they're not going to get very far in life. The people who complain about free things that help them, they're not going to get far. They're just not going to get far in life. You on the other hand, who appreciate free things that help you, you're going to do well. I know I've done pretty well from appreciating free things, really. All right, so quick summary of the forks, the crypto dividend forks, where. Yeah, again, a fork is where even if you hold a small smidgen of Bitcoin, let's say you own a small smidgen, you're going to get that same amount of the crypto dividend. Okay, when a crypto dividend forks away from Bitcoin, if you have 0.1 Bitcoin, you're going to get 0.1 of that fork. All right, that's different. And so Bcash and Bgold are the only times that has happened. You own 0.1 Bitcoin, you got 0.1 Bcash, you got 0.1 Bgold. That's it. Those two have happened already. You've heard these rumors. Smart people keep on saying the two words, Bitcoin silver. It does not exist, all right? It was a thread on Reddit. Bitcoin Cash Plus is a Twitter account that I talked about yesterday, and it is a web page that's kind of mocking Bcash. They say that they're going to do a crypto dividend friendly fork testnet first on December the 5th. I'll believe it when I see it, okay? They haven't updated their Twitter in over 24 hours. For me, I'll go on the side of a joke for now. So again, people say there's all these crypto dividends out there. I named you 2 that exist. I just named another one that's totally fake, another one that's possibly fake, but all you know, they have not happened yet. So then let's move on. Then there's Bclash, Bclashic, whatever you want to call it, Bitcoin Classic. That's another name for it. It does exist, because all that is the continuation of the original Bcash fork. All right. So now we're in Bcash land, people. Get your mind into Bcash land for a second. So if you hold Bcash, you are entitled to Bclash, to Bclashic. It is the original Bcash. It is very real. It is the grandchild of Bitcoin now. All right. Or maybe some would say that Bcash is the grandchild of the current Bcash. I don't want to confuse people. But the point is, if you hold Bcash, and there are a lot of people who have Bitcoin, who got Bcash, who have not sold their Bcash yet. There's some of you out there who bought Bcash. If you held Bcash before Monday, you are entitled to this Bclashing. Now, there's no replay protection right now, okay? So there's issues. So the exchanges are going to have to work through all this stuff. But there's already there are 2 mining pools mining the Bclash. It's like an Ethereum Classic situation back in last year in 2016 when Ethereum Classic was born. This is the exact same thing. Ethereum thought they were forking. Everyone was going to follow their way. The old way was continued. That was what happened with Bcash. So now we have Bclashic. So be patient if you're a Bcash holder. You're going to get your you're going to get this, and put pressure on the exchanges to sell this thing. Seriously, I'm going to do my part on and I have done my part on Twitter, but through social media, through retweeting me, if you want to put pressure on the exchanges to sell this Bclashic, because it is on one side, it does make Bcash more legitimate, but the Bcash people don't feel that way. Trust me, they don't see the logic. They should embrace Bclashing. They should, and maybe they will. And some of you are saying, "Why are you giving advice to the enemy, Adam?" Whether you like it or not, there are probably a lot of people involved with Bcash who are smarter than me. Okay, so they're going to think about this. All right. so if you think there are people in Bcash that can't come up with what I'm saying, then there are a lot of people over there that are smarter than you. I'll guarantee you that, okay? Because the stuff that I'm saying, I mean, you got to think, but they have people who can think also, all right? So anyway, this is one over social media now. People are using this as a way to kind of prod the Bcash people, and it does. In the end of the day, it shows that there's still one Bitcoin. This Bitcoin's going to have this grandchild that, when there's confusion over Bcash, what Bcash is, what Bclashic is, because that is the original. What they did is, they went away from their original, the original blockchain, the original chain. So now there's a little bit of iffiness there. And in the end of the day, they are the real Bcash, because everyone's going to call the real Bcash, but it's funny, this Bclash aspect of it. They should embrace it and just say, this is your crypto dividend. Yeah, we're going to do replay protect. They should do the replay protection, and so everyone will be happy to get a free. They should twist it around and say, hey, you know what? We're good sports about this. We're doing replay protection now. You're going to get this free Bclash crypto dividend. That's it. Hold Bcash. That's how they should twist it. They're not going to do that right away, though. But someone probably will think. But anyway, the point is, get the exchanges to sell it. And once one exchange does it, and we saw this with Poloniex and ETC back in 2016. Again, suddenly, people had heard someone's continuing the old Ethereum chain. Someone's continuing it, And then all of a sudden, Poloniex started selling it, and it was to the moon from there. I mean, everyone, then the other exchanges picked up on it, and all of a sudden it was worth something. So that's why we want people to get involved. Exchange, once one exchange does this Bclash thing, a lot of them are going to do it. All right. So, okay, next on the crypto dividend list is 2x. Says 2x was supposed to happen tomorrow. 2M is trying to be a Bgold version of 2x, basically a GPU version of 2x. And then tomorrow, according to Brian Armstrong, a small number of miners may attempt to go forward with a fork, with a 2x fork. So there might be a 2x in existence tomorrow, and then this 2M guy might do his own version of 2x also, based on the same block height. Okay? All right. So if you control your private Bitcoin key and have never split any coin away from it, okay? You just had Bitcoin, you never split the Bcash, you never got the Bgold. That means you're entitled to Bcash, Bgold, and Bclash, okay? Because they all exist, and you never got rid of your Bcash. If you have Bcash, you are only entitled to Bclash. Again, if you own Bcash before Monday, you're only entitled to Bclash based on the Bcash holdings. Holding Bitcoin gets you Bcash and Bgold. All right. So those three are the big three that exist. The Bclash exists, but it's not easy to get yet. Soon it will be, though. Now, so then the planned, the ones that might happen are 2x by the original 2x people, 2x by the 2M guy. All right? So there you go. That's what, and then you have the proposed Bitcoin Cash Plus, which I call B plus, which seems very iffy. So that's not very many. And then you have Bitcore airdrop that you can, if you want to get involved with that, get involved with that. That's not a lot of crypto dividends. There are all these other people talking a big game, Bitcoin silver, Bitcoin bronze, Bitcoin uranium, Bitcoin atomized. They don't exist. So don't get confused. Just focus on what is real out there now. And so my conclusion is we need more real ones. Talk is cheap. All we have right now that is real is Bgold and Bcash and Bclash, which is basically for the Bcash people. All right. Did that help clear things up, people? Did that clear it up a little bit? All right. And another thing, another thing about Bcash, people like to make this out to be a war. And so again, my advice to people is not to worry about Bcash. Ignore them as much as possible. Don't let them FUD you into selling your Bitcoin is the most important thing. But then you got to take a world view here also and understand that they're not going away. And so there was someone that says the Lightning Network supports transactions across blockchains. I think with this announcement, Bcash's fate may be sealed. All right. I think it is awesome that the Lightning Network supports transactions across blockchains. I think that is great for Bitcoin, for people who understand Bitcoin. But think about in Korea, do they care about that at all? All those people that just pile into the altcoin flavor of the month? No. Do golden hole people care about that? No, they don't care about that at all. Do the traders really care about that? Some might buy on the news, but not so much. So if you think something like that is going to destroy Bcash, you don't understand the entire tremendous ecosystem is made up of 80%ers who don't care about things like that and really shouldn't care about things like that on a certain level. That it's a cool thing. It does strengthen Bitcoin. It doesn't kill some altcoin. It doesn't destroy some altcoin. It really doesn't. In the long run, will microtransactions, will people be able to buy coffee because of the Lightning Network? Maybe, but King of the Trolls is still a billionaire and he's still pumping Bcash. So the two, and there's a bunch of people in Korea who just buy anything. And there's a bunch of people in Asia who are going to keep on buying anything. And there's all these new people who are going to keep on getting into the space who are going to want to be involved with the next Bitcoin. And even though Bitcoin is the only real Bitcoin, they're going to buy into these people who are marketing to them, whether it be Dash, whether it be Bcash. So technological innovations are great for Bitcoin, but most people don't care about them, and they're not going to, they're just not going to they're not going to end your issues with a certain altcoin. So the best thing to do is just when a Bitcoin innovation comes up, be like, that is awesome for Bitcoin. Let's try to spread the word so the price of Bitcoin goes up so more people buy Bitcoin. Let's not worry about what it does to some altcoin over there. Let's ignore what those guys are doing over there, and let's have a strong hand when they try to do something. When they try to do something, have a strong hand. And I think that's all for today. So pound that like button, people. I'm Adam, and the sun is coming out. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. I am going to clear up everything there and link to all the real crypto dividends and the proposed ones. So free coins are great for the holders. I will see you later.